find it hard to say. I don't have to say it today. It's not GBL, it's Interleague. This is Salem Academy Charter, taking on Lynn Classical. Alexis Walker in net for Salem, and a Flaherty for Classical. Classical off to a huge start. They're 4-0-1. They tied for the first time yesterday, their first non-win. They tied 0-0. Talking to Mike Shenner, the coach, he said we did everything but put the ball in the net. Ava Thurman walking in, takes the shot, big time save by Alexis Walker, reached up over her head. That was ticketed under the top crossbar. She knocked it out. Good rush by Ava Thurman. Talking to Mike Shenner, he said they hit a lot of posts. They misfired, just missed on a couple of corner kicks, and they just couldn't put the ball in the net. They wound up 0-0 against Medford. Medeiros tracks it down, tips it away, goes and gets it. She left it for Waterman, but I think Waterman thought she was going to shoot it. Mannion with it. Gets it to Thurman to the near side. Back to Mannion. Shot blocked. Thurman knocked it away, but the defense comes and gets it, and they knock it out. Classical will get the throw in down deep. Very busy day here at Manning Field. 2 football games. Kip played at 10 o'clock. Lit Tech played at 1 o'clock. This is the Classical girls. And they knock it off the post, and they knock it off the post again. And they finally knock it in. They hit 2 posts. They talked about hitting the post all day yesterday. And they finally got a piece of it and knocked it in. And that was Dana. Delaney Dana. The Heroes hit a post. The rebound, they hit the crossbar. And it finally, Delaney Dana knocked it in. So all that pressure finally pays off for the Lady Rams. And that's going to go out of play. They're calling it, I don't know if it went off a hand or an arm. Trying to reach up and get that ball. It was bouncing high. Salem will kick it away. It wasn't a small staff, but 2 of their players, one's a 6th grader and one's an 8th grader. Hustling, cutting in front, breaking up the play. It goes out. It went out off Mannion. I thought it did. They're going to give Classical the throw, and I thought Mannion knocked it out. Knocked out again. And Mannion once again will put it in play. And out again. They're trying to send Thurman down the near side. Grace Thomas knocked it out. Mannion will put it in play yet again. It skips past, and then, oh, they're making progression moving down the field with the throw-ins. They are progressively getting closer and closer. Thurman that'll put it in play. Salem breaks it up and knocks it away. Correnti with it. Pass in front, just about a step and a half in front of Medeiros. So Walker was able to come out and scoop it up. Came awful close to collecting that one. It was like 4 or 5 heads with the ball that time. Classical breaks it up, and they're going to call Classical offside. By the time the ball came to the ground, they got possession. There were a couple of green shirts downfield. Allison LaBelle is the head coach for Salem. Mike Shanna, our Classical, is doing a very good job with the Lady Rams. Thurman trying to get there. Salem will knock it out. Again, that's Thomas knocking it out. And Salem will knock it out again. The Indian gets it in play. And now she'll have to put it in play again. She gets it to Thurman. Centers it. Shot, nice block, nice save. Thurman threw it across. Sitting on the doorstep was Mateo. She one-timed it. Walker got back and made a great save. Keeps the game 1-0 Classical. That's a great save by Walker. Salem breaks it up. Classical dominating here early. Salem can't get the ball out of their own end. Thurman with it, trying to get around the defense, and once again, Grace Thomas knocks it out. Thurman knocking it to the net. Off a body. Deflected down. Walker's able to get there first. There's a green shirt right there. That might have been Mateo again. They finally get it down to Classical Lynn with that long kick. Flaherty will kick it back upfield. The Indian heads it away. Bouncing around. And we got a whistle. As he knocked the Salem player down. Off the head of Waterman, it got deflected right back to the net. Flaherty comes out and scoops it up. And she boots it away. Oswald trying to control, waiting for it to come down. They tip it ahead. Madero's got a foot on it. And Salem's going to knock it out before Madero's can get another foot on it. Classical will get a corner kick. It will be Thurman from the near side. Drills it out in front, off a couple of Classical players. Salem finally clears it away. Thurman gets it, sends it back to Correnti. They knock it to the net. Doesn't get there, it stays wide left. call before game time, you can just go home. You can't walk in now, you got the card, the game is on 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't do this.
yeah.
You're lucky I had a game in my car that we could use.
Okay.
You do this all the time, we talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
You've gotta get here on time.
All right. Sorry, man.
Walker falls on it in front of the net. They try to kick it upfield, they missed it. Salem takes it over, and now Corinthy boots it back the other way. Slips by everybody. Pascal trying to keep it in, Salem trying to take it away. Pascal finally winds up with it, they knock it deep. And Salem knocks it out. So we're gonna knock it deep. Slips away. Thurman will let it go out of play. Mannion will put it back in play. They bounce it off Thomas. Mannion missed it. Corinthy will track it down. Skips past everybody. Walker's going to come way out of the net. Thurman, they gave it to Thurman. She was more looking at Mannion breaking than she was the ball, and it rolled right by and went out of play. Merrick knocks it deep. Pascal gets there. They throw it across. They get the wide open net, and they knock it home. I didn't see her turn around, so I don't know if it was Waterman or Mateo. It was Waterman with the goal. Off a pretty pass from Gianna Parker. Pascal shut out yesterday. Had a ton of chances, couldn't get in the net, but they take care of it today, getting through quickly. They knock it away. They head it away. Pascal, they're going to get called for offside. They would have had 2-on-1. Salem will kick it away. Off Dana. As he boots it upfield, Salem kicks it away. And it winds up going out of play. Pascal got a piece of it. So Salem will get the throw in after they take care of the substitutions on both sides. They knock it deep. Parker lets Thurman take it. Herman walking around, pushed it a little too far for a would-be pass or shot, got blocked, she's looking to get it back. Salem knocks it out, Thurman will get another corner kick. She pushed that pass to herself a little too far. And when she tried to get around the defense, it got blocked. But she'll get the corner kick from the near side. Parker trying to knock it down. It skips past to Thurman. And she tries to pop it up in front. Bounces off a few bodies. Walker finally dives on it and recovers the fumble in a maze of players. Wound up behind the net. Knocked down, and then Waterman got crunched at the 15-yard line. Glasgow will get a free kick. Just outside the 15-yard line from an angle. That got blocked before it got anywhere. And it's going to go out of play. Glasgow will get the throw in down deep. And that goes off Glasgow, out of play. Dana pushes it ahead, and they call Glasgow offside. Salem will kick it away. Tipped. He'll go out. Nice stop by Mike Shenner, the coach. They knock it deep. And Walker hesitated. Now she comes out and hesitates again. Salem gets there first and knocks it away from Parker. And we'll get the throw in from down deep. Out in front. Glasgow battling for possession. They tip it to the far side. They're not. Can they save it? No, they can't. It goes out of play. Tipping it to the net. Walker will come out and grab it and kick it away. Glasgow dominated his first half of the first half. Flaherty almost virtually hasn't touched it. She got a long kick from, she came out way out of the net, fielded it and kicked it away, and that's been it for her. And it goes out. Salem will get the throw in. Actually, they get a kick. I guess Glasgow made contact. Flaherty comes way out of the net, scoop up the loose ball, and she boots it deep downfield. Thurman's the only one there. She's got a running start down the near side. Looking to walk in. That shot, they just got a little piece of her. As she was taking the shot, it actually went out in front of the net. Parker took a swipe at it, and then Salem blocked Parker's shot and knocked it out of play. And Thurman will get another corner kick. She rolls it out in front, Salem kicks it away. Nobody here, the ball's going to go out of play. McLean was going to put it in play. Instead, they give it to Mannion. They knock it deep. Thurman is there. Looking to send it out in front. Goes by everybody. They take the shot, hit the top crossbar, and Walker grabbed it just as Parker was looking to knock it home. Thurman threw it across the shot. They hit the crossbar again. It bounced right in front of the net. Walker just grabbed it as Parker was looking to tip it home. Oscar trying to knock it down. Salem knocks it away. Mannion will track it down. She punches it back to Flaherty. He knocks it to the far side. Glasgow will start it from there. Getting by a couple. Looking to knock it deep. They knock it too deep. It goes out of play. They weren't going to chase the ball because it actually went out the gate and over in the little park that's over there to the right of the stands. Now they throw the next ball in. They threw it away. They're going to go chase that one. Throw in from just about the Salem bench. Glasgow heads it away, headed back. And Glasgow's going to get called for knocking Salem down. A little inadvertent, but nevertheless, the knockdown. Carenti knocked it deep. Salem knocks it away. McLean with it had it knocked away. And McLean knocked it out. Substitutions for both teams. Two nothing Glasgow here in the first half. A rare Saturday afternoon. Glasgow breaks it up. Salem knocks it away. Flaherty, this is the only work she's done coming out of the net, picking up loose balls. They haven't come close to getting a shot on net. Here's Thurman again with a rush down the near side. Throwing it out in front. It was Thomas getting a piece of it and knocking it away. Pass broken up. Wilson tried to get it to Medeiros. Salem knocks it out of play. Glasgow again will make changes. Salem had it, they couldn't keep it in, went out of play. That abbreviated season we had, they changed virtually all the rules. And what you couldn't do is you couldn't head the ball. And you couldn't throw the ball in toward the net. You had to throw it back. So everybody had to get used to the new rules. Now they got to get used to going back to the old ways. Where throwing it to the net, heading it, sliding. You couldn't slide and knock the ball away from people. They wanted the least amount of contact possible. Salem just carried it out of play. They blew the whistle for something. Knocked away by the defense. Glasgow gets it back. That's Lazo. Trying to walk in, spins around, gets double teamed. Salem knocks it out. Two nothing Glasgow. Delaney Dana got them going fairly quickly. And a great pass from Parker across. Waterman sitting on the doorstep knocked it in. Lazo trying to get around. McLean with it. Right down the middle. Pass broken up. They were looking to send Wilson in. Dana collects. Coming down the near side. Reaching in and kicking it away is Brianna Cruz. Trying to center it. Walker will come out the side of the net. Little half pop-up off the foot of McLean. Few people here on a Saturday afternoon for this soccer game. Everybody happy to get out of the house. Watch kids or grandkids or family members get out, compete. Bodies go down. They reach for the ball, and all they got was the Glasgow foot. Glasgow will kick it away. Wilson had it right at her ankles, but couldn't control it. Salem knocked it away. They get it to the middle. Blocked. Dana gets it back. Coming down the near side, gets around one. By herself, walking in. Looking to cut in, looking for the shot. Takes the shot. It went right by the far post, and it went right by the foot of the Glasgow player, sitting on the back door with a wide open net. Nobody anywhere near her. And then they get Lazo tried to knock it home, and she knocked it over the net. That went right across, and it went right under the foot of the Glasgow player that was sitting right there. Wilson was the one that was looking for it. It skipped, short hopped, and went right by her. And then Lazo had an easy shot, and she knocked it over the net. Glasgow leading 2-0. They could have a few more. The free kick right into the midsection of Walker, the goalie. That was Mateo with the kick. Now we got a whistle. Contact being called against Glasgow. Salem will kick it away. Bounces by everybody. Knocked deep. Salem gets back there, and they have to knock it out because Medeiros is bearing down on him. Quick throw in. Knocked out again. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Thurman's not out there, so who's going to take it? Looks like it'll be Mateo. Coming from the near side. We'll have mass substitutions. That's the most I've ever seen. 6 subs. Mike Shenna. Keeping everybody fresh, that's for sure. 6 new bodies out on the field. Salem picks off the corner kick, clears it away. Mateo has it. Gets around, trying to throw it in front. Walker plays it on a hop. I think that was Parker bearing down on her. Mateo has to hustle back to play that center field spot on defense. Knocked away. Haskell tips it. Thurman couldn't get it. Picked off by Waterman. Her would-be pass rolls all the way through to Walker, who makes the save and kicks it away. Waterman collects it again. Pushes it to the near side. Thurman, can she get there? No, she can't. It goes out of play. Salem still trying to get their first shot on net. It's been played almost exclusively in the Salem end. Classical's had a bunch of chances. They've got two that came close. They missed a couple. They hit the crossbar a couple of times. They hit the post. Now they walk in, they bang it right into the midsection of Walker. That's Parker. Parker made that great pass to set up Waterman's goal. She wound up the ball walking in, and Walker just held her ground and made the save. As we get 2 minutes and counting, and now Parker again out in front, tips it high over the net. As I mentioned, Glasgow's got two, but they could have a whole lot more. Glasgow makes another substitution. He's got a couple of his, I think they're JV players, because they've got, the varsity has got the green with the white shoulders. I think it's the JVs. It's got the green with the gold shoulders. So I think those are JVs. He's got a couple of them out there. He's been able to play a lot of players. This being his sixth game, because they've 4 of 5 that's played, he's won. The other one was a tie. And he's been out front scoring quite a few goals. I think he scored 7 goals a couple of times. Shot, they got a piece of it. It deflected wide left. Off the foot of Elijah Carenti. Winding down this first half. They ran right through that. Now they knock it home. Long range. Walker was able to make the save. I was just about to say we're waiting for the final whistle, and there it is. So the goal by Delaney Dana and Olivia Waterman. The difference, Glasgow looking for their 5th win of the season. They're halfway there. They're leading Salem Academy Charter 2-0 at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. Glasgow leading it 2-0 over Salem Academy Charter. Salem looking for their 2nd win. They're 1-1. Glasgow looking to stay undefeated. They're 4-0-1. And they're 40 minutes away from their 5th win. Going down deep. That's Thurman. Looking to get a shot from long range. It hit the post, and then it bounced off Medeiros, and then he knocked it over the net. That's been the story in the first half. The shot hit the post. It bounced off. It was Delaney that swung and missed on the second chance. And then Mateo had an open net, and she knocked it over the net. And Salem will get to kick it away. That happened quite often in the first half. Glasgow could have a whole lot more on the board. Waterman blocked it. Medeiros trying to scoop it up. Glasgow keeping the pressure on. It's now where it was most of the first half. Down deep as they get around the defense, looking to walk in. They take the shot, and they put it in the back of the net. over the head of Walker from way down deep. And that was Mannion. So Classical scores very quickly. And they're right back at it. Salem will knock it away, but right to Classical. Nerrick gives it to Thurman down that far side. Mannion boots it ahead. Salem will knock it deep. And it stays in play all the way upfield. Mannion coming back. Blocked. They knock it upfield deep. Nice pass to Nerrick. Nerrick trying to come to the near side to Dana. She knocks it to the net. A foot race. Medeiros won't get there before Walker does. That last goal by me was a perfect kick. She kicked it. Couldn't get it any better. Sailed. Walker was there. Went high in the air. It just went right over her fingertips, under the top crossbar, into the, from Mannion's position, the far corner. Watching it on your television set, it would be the near corner, the near post. Glasgow's going to get to kick it away. Carenti will do the honors. And that's Ava Carenti because there's two of them. Down the far side, there's Thurman getting there, throwing it to the net. It skipped past Walker and bearing down, getting a foot on it, but knocking it wide. Classical had another opportunity again. That's Mateo, I believe. Thurman threw it across. Walker couldn't get it. Mateo stretched and just knocked it wide left. He tipped it away. Waterman was the most surprised person in the house when it bounced towards her, and she wound up not getting control of it because she never thought it would come to her. Thurman again, stopping, drops it back to Mannion, popped up in the middle, popped up again. Medeiros looking for it. Salem knocks it away. Glasgow takes it away. They threw it out in front, but it hooked upfield rather than going to the net. Nerrick had a chance, got blocked. Nerrick gets it back. Looking for Thurman, they blocked it. Pop straight up. Dana looking for it, got a head on it. It's wide open, and Mateo will knock it in. Delaney Dana made that play. Walker was coming out. She got there first. She headed it by Walker out in front. Mateo had the entire net to knock it in. And he didn't miss that one. They knocked it home. And it's 4-0 Classical. Delaney Dana has a goal and an assist. She did a nice job there getting a head on it and knocking it away from Walker. So Jada Mateo had a wide open net to knock it in. You like those goals. You're standing in front of the net with nobody in front of you, including the goaltender, and you can pick a spot to knock it in. Salem will kick it away. Headed away by Carenti. They knock it upfield. Medeiros kicks it to the near side. Here comes Dana. Getting away from the defense, looking to walk in, takes the shot. Couldn't get a lot on it because they were bearing down on it. She had to take it from long range. Walker was able to make the save. Good effort by Dana. I mentioned Dana was involved with scoring the goal late in the City Series. It tied it up, and that was against St. Mary's. They knock it deep, and here comes Dana again. Pushes it by, but pushed it too far. It went out of play. Told me they were 4-0-1, but they're 3-0-2. That can't even St. Mary's was a tie. They won it in the shootout, but it's a tie. Because he told me they were 4-0-1, the tie yesterday. But that's not a win. Not for the MIAA. Talking to Mike Chenna before the game, he said they were 4-0-1, and that's what I went with. But now that I think back, they're actually 3-0-2. I think he counted the City Series championship as a win. They did win it, but it doesn't go in the MIA record books towards the state tournament as a win. They don't count overtime. Glasgow won that game in a shootout. Flaherty making a big-time save, and Mannion getting the last goal that was the deciding goal in the shootout. They beat St. Mary's 4-3. But it's still a tie in the record books for state tournament purposes. I don't know why MIA doesn't recognize overtime during the year. Medeiros gets there first. Salem will knock it out of play. Thurman will get a corner kick again. So they're 3-0-2. Out in front, they managed to get a head on it, but tipped it the wrong way. It was flowing away. Dana, shot blocked. Dana gets it back, blocked again. I think Glasgow's going to get another corner kick. This one coming from the near side. They drilled it out in front. They missed the header. Thurman lines it up, drilled it into a pack of defenders. Thurman again got a foot on it. And Salem deflected it out. Now Thurman will get the corner kick. So 3 straight corner kicks. This one will come from the far side. And we got coming up to check one of the players. That deflection might have gone off the head, or and first thing they worry about is concussion, so they'll have to take the player out. Again, a Saturday afternoon, a nice little crowd here for this soccer game. We mentioned we've already had 2 football games here, one at 10, one at 1, and sitting in the wings is the Glasgow boys team getting ready to play. Headed away. From long range, they ripped it right to the goaltender. I think that was Eliza Correnti. Off the head of Salem. And we got contact call. I think Thurman was a little bump and bang trying to get the ball. Salem will kick it away. Almost in front of the Salem bench. They knock it toward the net. Once again, Flavio will come way out of the net, play it on a hop, and boot it away. To the near side, knocked away from Dana. Narek looking for it in the middle. Hoskell's pass is picked off. Knocked away by Correnti. That's Ava Correnti. Tips away. Haskell with a break. Pushing it out. Medeiros is all by herself walking in. Walker makes the save, but it goes in. Medeiros will get the goal. Walker made the initial save, and then I think she looked up and saw, I think it was Mateo bearing down on her, and she took her eye off, and the ball just deflected off her into the net. Medeiros will get the goal. Great rush all the way down, walked in. And it's 5-0 Glasgow. Salem's still looking for their first shot on net. That one goes wide left from long range. Everything has been long range, and Flowery has come way out of the net to play it on a hop. Nothing has come close to the net. Salem got a head on it. Glasgow knocks it away. Salem takes it away. Glasgow breaks it up and clears it away. And there's Correnti again, knocking it away. It's been the Glasgow end for a while, but it's been Glasgow who's been in possession. They knock it deep. Parker with it. Trying to walk by. Has a foot on the defense, trying to throw it across, and pushed it too far, it went out of play. She had the right idea. She drew the defense to her. Got a little too much mustard on the pass. Knocked away. They bag it off Salem, out of play. Down deep, Classical trying to get there. They kept it alive. Now they get too much footer and they knock it way up over the net and out of play. Substitutions for both teams. Waterman knocks it ahead. Parker gets broken up. And they clear it away. Covington knocks it upfield. Lazo has it here. Nice little shift, gets around. Still in control. Trying to center it. Did get a lot on the pass. And it got broken up. Tucker with it. Lazo threw the pass too far out in front of Nerrick. Salem knocks it up and it will go out of play. And we'll get another substitution for Glasgow. Slipping and sliding going down. She was trying to knock it upfield. That was Waterman. Knocked out. Castle trying to keep it in, just does. Now it gets knocked into the classical bench area by Salem. Knocked out by Salem. Classical will get the throw in down deep. Overthrew everybody. Salem trying to carry it out. Broken up. Parker broke it up. Parker breaks it up again. Waterman had it. Tucker pushes it ahead. Parker looking for the break. Walker will come out and get it. Bounces by everybody. And they try to go around the defense. They lost it out of play. Salem will have it. Hasn't been in the classical territory that much in either half. Most of the game has been played in the Salem end. And obviously it shows on the scoreboard with classical leading 5-0. And classical knocks it away again. Broken up. They knock it deep. And they call classical offside. They missed the header. Pascal did too. Lazo knocks it ahead. Parker trying to push it ahead with her body. Trail behind. Lazo gets around, coming down the near side. Back to Waterman. Takes the shot from long range. It goes wide left. Halfway through and counting to second half. Pascal well on their way to their fourth win. I have to correct Mike Shenna. He was counting that shootout overtime in the City Series, I assume, as a win because they tied yesterday. He said 4-0-1, but the MIA doesn't recognize it. So they're 3-0-2, even though they won the game. Salem breaks it up. Parker looking to take it away. Lazo with it. Knocks it ahead just too far for Kaylee Bullock. Substitutions for both teams. Bryn Bullock, there's two of them. Kaylee and this is Bryn taking the throw in. Lazo collects, gets around, trying to throw it to the net. Just missed getting a foot on it. That was Parker. She was about a half a step away from getting a foot on that would have tipped it by Walker. Lazo still getting around, still battling. Lazo gets knocked down for her efforts. Lazo was the one that got knocked down. They're going to give the free kick to Salem. Everybody was battling. Lazo got knocked down. They go deep. Way down in that far corner, trying to throw it out in front. Walker got a piece of it, couldn't hold it. Parker was right in the middle of that, battling for the ball. It was loose. Salem defense finally knocked it away. Walker almost gave one away. Lazo gets in the middle to Waterman. Has to back up, pushing ahead, broken up, all the way back to Correnti. Knocking it deep. Knocked away from Thurman. And they're calling it off Thurman. And both teams will make substitutions again. Parker with the pass. Knocked it behind Cummings. Cummings trying to keep it in. She did, but then she knocked it behind the net out of play. Banging going on. Klasko got knocked down. Little hip check. And from the 25, Klasko will get a free kick. This is Thurman, I believe. knocks it to the net. Walker will make the play on the fly. And Parker, who's been buzzing around the net virtually the entire game, especially here in the second half, sitting right on the doorstep if Walker left any kind of rebound. Salem trying to walk in, can't get close. Can't get a shot on net. Flaherty, one of the few times in the second half, she kind of half kicked that. It goes out off Bullock. And again, that's Bryn Bullock. And every chance they get, both teams are making substitutions. Shot blocked. They were trying to get their first shot on net. And it got blocked by Correnti. And the first corner kick of the game coming up for Salem. Blocked. Blocked again. It goes to the net. Flaherty makes the save. That's their first shot on net. It got deflected off a Glasgow player, but it went to the net. Flaherty had to make her first save of the game. They try to knock it deep. They do. Glasgow looking to get around the defense. They're going to walk in. Walking right in, and they knock it home. They waited for Walker to come out. Faked like they were going to go to the far post and just stuck it inside the near post. And that was Mateo. For a second here in the second half. I think I was torn between Waterman and Mateo, the first goal of the game. It might have been Waterman. That might be a hat trick for her. From long range, it's hard to read the 7 and the 9. So I'm going to call it a hat trick for Mateo. Salem try to walk in and shoot from long range is what they've been doing. And it goes wide right. So when they do get into, say, Glasgow territory, not much they can do with it. Lazo knocks it upfield. Mateo tipped it, but Salem comes away with it. And now Mateo tips it by. She's going to walk in again. All by herself walking in. She almost tipped it too far, and she does it again, just tipping it inside the near post. Her near post. The far post from where we are. Walker had to come over like she was going to come to her right, and each time she just faked it and just kind of touched it to Walker's left. 5 goals in the second half. It's now 7-0. Salem will knock it out. Parker again, not taking any prisoners, banging around. Knocked out again by Salem. Lynn Bullock will put it in play. We'll have a substitution, a couple of substitutions first. Lazo knocks it loose. Salem knocks it upfield. Correnti broke it up. She didn't realize. She thought they broke it up and were going downfield. The ball was right at her feet. She didn't realize, so she turned around and said, "Oh, there it is." They get around, and they got bumped. She almost lost her balance a couple of times. Stayed on her feet. And again, a couple of those JV players, I call them, because they have different uniforms, come in and play on that back line. I'm trying to get everybody in the game. Easy to do when you're winning. It's like, I think they played, this is their sixth game. I think this is the third time they've scored 7 goals. Headed away. Salem knocks it out. Skips by everybody. Long range, Walker makes the save off Lazo. Back checking by Kaylee Bullock, takes it away. And we're going to get a battle going on here, and I think they're going to get classical for holding off. She had her arm around the Salem player trying to hold her off. She took it away, but when she took it away, they blew the whistle. Salem will get the free kick from just inside the 25-yard line. And somebody's got to take it. It bounces out. It would have gone wide right. Flaherty plays it on a couple of hops, throws it upfield. Medeiros knocks it behind Lazo. Now I think Glasgow's trying to play keep away now. They got 7 goals. They did this before in the city tournament when they were leading big. They acted like they were going to the net and then just pushed it back. That one gets knocked away from Bullock. And Kaylee Bullock. Again, there's 2 of them. Looking for Medeiros, it bounced by her. She got her head on it, broken up. Salem takes it away. Salem knocked it away and knocked it out. Tip by, Glasgow with a rush. Take it down the far side, they just kind of pooch it to the net. Walker will come out and make the save. Bounces by everybody. Bodies go down. And I think they're calling Salem for taking Glasgow down. Skips by everybody. Glasgow looking for a break. They get the shot on net. Walker makes the save. Glasgow right back at it. And he just kind of poots it to the net. Walker will make the save. Five minutes and counting in this one. Glasgow back checking. Took it away, then knocked it out. Salem with one shot on net, and that came from a maze of players that deflected off a body to the net that Flaherty made the save on. And that's all Flaherty really has had to do. She's come out of the net, well out of the net, to pick off a couple and kick them away, but she hasn't had really to defend the net virtually at all. Glasgow's had it in the Salem end the vast majority of time. And they knock it back. That's Mannion. They moved Mannion up front from her defensive spot. She's playing a forward now. Is Mark Shenigan, everybody a shot, everybody getting playing time. Certainly Jaden Mateo is getting playing time. Upfield, Lazo on the fly. Mannion trying to give it back. Broken up nicely by the Salem defense. They wind up knocking it all the way back to Bullock. And they knock it back again. Medeiros, he's played well. Wilson knocks it ahead. Glasgow content to just knock it around. They certainly don't need any more goals. They knock it off Salem. As we're down to the final 2 minutes and counting. Shot wide right. It still baffles me when we get to the final 2 minutes, the score is 7-0. Why the officials just don't say, you know what? The clock is stopped. Nobody knows how much time is left. Coaches aren't going to care. Players aren't going to care. Fans aren't going to care. I don't know why they bother to play out the final 2 minutes. Obviously, if it's a close game, you have to. But a game like this, there's really no need. Because this has been over for a long time. Shot got blocked. Block will come out and grab it. Booting it away. Glasgow kicks it away. They'll hustle and keep it in. And we're just waiting patiently for that whistle to blow. And say game over, Glasgow's got their 4th win. Wilson looking to get around. Just holding on. Kicking it back, they kick it all the way back. There's another reason why you might blow the whistle, because Glasgow isn't even trying to score. They're playing keep away. It's like 4 corners in basketball. A long 2 minutes. Flaherty will play it on a couple of hops way out of the net. Again, the one shot on net was a deflection and a maze of players that went to the net, and Flaherty made the save, and that was it. They blow the whistle, and that'll do it. So Glasgow stays undefeated as they shut out Salem Academy. It was, I'm going to give them both credit because I couldn't tell whether it was 7 or 9. I'm going to give both Waterman and Mateo credit for the first goal. For the second goal, excuse me. The first goal was a pretty goal by Delaney Dana. And then it was Molly Mannion getting the first in the second half. Mateo got her first of 3 in the second half off a nice play by Delaney Dana, who beat the goaltender to the ball, tipped it over, headed it over the goalie, and Mateo had a wide open net to knock it in. That made it 4-0. Then Medeiros on a skirmish out in front got it home and banged it in, and then 2 beautiful breakaways by Jada Mateo, back to back both times. Fake left and just touched it to the goalie's right, the goalie's left, her right, and that made it 7-0. So if we give Waterman the first goal, she gets 1. Delaney gets a goal and assist. Mannion gets a goal. Medeiros gets a goal, and Mateo leads the way with a hat trick, and Glasgow stays undefeated as I believe it's the 3rd time they put up 7 goals. They put 7 on the board, and it's Glasgow easily shutting out Salem Academy Charter 7-0. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.